Time in a year where we get literally the entire industry together in one roof. Not just the domestic industry, but we get over, in the case of this year, 150 plus international buyers get to come down here. So it's the one chance that everybody can really display their new products, developments to existing products, and get everybody together in the one room. So it's fantastic for us. That's the great thing about this show, is that it gives not just the big operators an opportunity to get in front of their buyers, but the smaller operators, and not even necessarily those only who have tourism product, but some of the ancillary services of people who support the wider tourism industry. So, for example, people like wedding planners, people that supply food and beverage, catering equipment, photographers, etc. It's really good that this show gives them that opportunity to display their wares, where they probably haven't had that opportunity in the past. Fantastic. Well, that's the problem, because we've had such a successful inaugural expo. It's like, how do we make it better for next year? Look, the feedback has been phenomenal that we've got from people from both our domestic suppliers and obviously the international trade. So that's really, really good. I think this show has probably elevated Fiji's standing amongst a lot of these buyers. The opportunity for next year is obviously to continue to innovate and improve. I think some of the events that have taken place at the show outside of the business meetings have been fantastic. So how can we do more with that? You know, incorporate some of the new elements around Fiji culture and the wider experience that visitors will have when they come down here on holiday. We know that we operate in an incredibly competitive global tourism industry, and Fiji is one of a very large number of beautiful tropical destinations. So we have to fight really, really hard to make sure that we get our share of those international visitors, not just from the longer haul markets. You know, if I think of somebody in the UK or the US, they've got a lot of choice of destinations, theoretically like Fiji, but also in our shorter haul markets like Australia and New Zealand, with air travel and tourism has become so much more democratised over the last few years. It's a lot cheaper for people to get to places further away. So you have destinations such as Bali and Hawaii, for example, are now very popular out of New Zealand and Australia. So what we need to do is effectively develop the positioning of Fiji so that we're not just seen as a fly and flop destination. We know that we have beautiful sandy beaches, crystal clear water. That's fantastic. That's always going to be our core. But people who have come here, people who live here, know that Fiji is so much more than that. You know, I've been talking to people over the course of this show who've been up into the north. They've been up to Taveuni, they've been to Savu Savu, and they've done some of the activities up there. And they've said to me, literally, I just had a meeting, who said, I had no idea that anything like this was available in Fiji. So that's our opportunity to use this show and our wider marketing activity to really broaden people's understanding of what they can see and what they can do here in Fiji. You know, it's been a fantastic show. You know, there's been literally hundreds of people that have helped bring this show together, because it's not just about Tourism Fiji. You know, you mentioned Sally Cooper's obviously done an incredible job to bring this show together in less than 6 months from when we announced the show. I think it was the middle of October. So here we are now at the beginning of May to have such a fantastic show. But it's not just about us, it's about all the exhibitors who have gone to such a great effort to make the show what it is. One of the pieces of consistent feedback I've been getting is around the quality of booths this year. So it's not just somebody coming along with a table and chairs and a couple of pull-up screens. People have really gone to a lot of effort, and we're going to recognise that this evening at the gala dinner, where there'll be an award for the best booth, and I have to go around shortly and try to figure out who that's going to be, because there's some really, really great booths out there and people have gone to such effort. So, you know, I just want to give a massive thank you to the entire industry for making this such a successful event.